In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on November 17, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Atlanta Hawks versus Portland Trail Blazers. The Atlanta Hawks are set to visit the Moda Center on Sunday evening for a regular season clash against the Portland Trail Blazers. The Hawks currently hold the 5th spot in the Eastern Conference standings with a 6-7 record and are riding the momentum of a 2-game winning streak. Their latest victory came on Friday when they secured a commanding 129-117 home win over the Washington Wizards. Meanwhile, the Trail Blazers find themselves in 13th place in the Western Conference with a 5-8 record. They are also coming off a win, having defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves 106-98 at home on Wednesday. This matchup marks the first of 2 meetings between these teams during the season. The Hawks will once again be without key players Bogdan Bogdanovic and De'Aaron Hunter, while the Trail Blazers will be missing Anthony Simons and Matisse Thybulle. Although Atlanta has not yet reached its full potential this season, their recent victories highlight a collaborative team effort rather than over-reliance on star player Trae Young. Similarly, the Trail Blazers have shown signs of improvement after struggling earlier in the season, particularly with back-to-back upsets over the Timberwolves. Given the current form of both teams, this contest appears evenly matched. For that reason, the Portland Trail Blazers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Defensively, both teams have encountered challenges in recent games. The Hawks have allowed an average of 119 points over their last 5 outings, while the Trail Blazers have conceded an average of 117 points across their previous 4 games. Offensively, both squads have been pushing the tempo, with Atlanta ranking 3rd in the league in pace and Portland sitting 10th. This high-paced playstyle is expected to contribute to a high-scoring affair. Atlanta has consistently surpassed the total in their last 5 games, even in the absence of Young for one of those matchups. Similarly, the Trail Blazers, who typically score fewer points, have hit the over in 4 of their past 5 games as their offense finds a rhythm. With both teams embracing a fast-paced game and turnovers likely to play a significant role, the conditions are ideal for a high-scoring matchup. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Denver Nuggets versus Memphis Grizzlies. 2 Western Conference teams will clash in a pivotal matchup as they vie for victory in Bluff City. The Denver Nuggets hit the road to face off against the Memphis Grizzlies on Sunday night. Denver is coming off a disappointing 101-94 loss to the New Orleans Pelicans on Friday night, where they failed to cover as a 2-point favorite. Similarly, Memphis is looking to bounce back after a close 123-118 defeat to the Golden State Warriors on Friday, although they managed to cover the spread as a 7-point underdog. Historically, the Nuggets have dominated this series, holding a commanding 66-40 advantage in the regular season, including victories in the last 5 meetings. Their most recent win came on April 14, 2024, with a decisive 126-111 result in Memphis. The Grizzlies are still missing key players like Ja Morant and Marcus Smart, but their injury list has started to shrink compared to earlier in the season. Meanwhile, the Nuggets face uncertainty with Nikola Jokic, who might miss the game due to personal reasons. Last season, Denver swept the season series against Memphis, winning all 4 matchups and going 3-1 against the spread. However, this year's Grizzlies squad shows signs of growth, displaying resilience and a newfound toughness even in Morant's absence. While Memphis remains a young and developing team, they are beginning to find their rhythm and come together cohesively. If Jokic is unable to play, Memphis will likely have the edge, particularly with rookie Zach Edey, who has impressed with his fearlessness against tough competition. It's worth noting that Denver's lone against the spread loss to Memphis last year occurred in their first meeting of the season in Memphis. Adding to the intrigue, the Grizzlies are currently 3-0 against the spread in their last 3 home games, which could signal an advantage for the hosts. The outcome of this game largely hinges on Jokic's availability. Denver's offense struggled mightily without him in their recent loss to New Orleans, managing only 94 points after a stretch of 5 games where they scored over over 120. Losing Aaron Gordon also adds to their offensive woes, as much of the team's success revolves around Jokic's playmaking abilities. On the other hand, Memphis has been without Morant for 4 games and counting, but their depth, bolstered by players like Desmond Bane and the returning Marcus Smart, has helped them stay competitive. If Jokic is sidelined again, Memphis's odds improve significantly. Even with Jokic in the lineup, the Grizzlies' grit and improving health make them a strong contender. Denver's reliance on Jokic highlights their lack of depth, making the Memphis Grizzlies to win and cover the spread as favorites our full game side pick. Denver has leaned heavily towards high-scoring games this season, with the total going over in 8 of their 11 contests prior to Saturday. The Nuggets are ranked 11th in turnovers, averaging 13.7 per game, and they play at a slightly above average pace, ranking 12th with 99.2 possessions per game. Similarly, Memphis has seen the over hit in 9 of their first 13 games, reflecting their fast-paced style. They rank second in pace, averaging 104.4 possessions per game, though they struggle with turnovers, ranking 27th with 16.9 per game. Last season, the over went 3-1 in the 4 meetings between these teams, with an average of 237 points per game. Both teams are among the NBA's top offenses, but their output heavily depends on the availability of Jokic and Morant. Denver struggled offensively without Jokic, scoring just 94 points in their last outing after a stretch of high-scoring performances. Conversely, Memphis has continued to produce offensively without Morant, scoring at least 118 points in their last 5 games, including 4 games with 123 or more points. Given the scoring trends and pace of play for both teams, with Denver's over record at 8-3 and Memphis's at 9-4 this season, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Charlotte Hornets versus Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland welcomes the Charlotte Hornets for an Eastern Conference matchup on Sunday, November 17. The Cavaliers are off to a historic start, boasting a flawless 14-0 record that stands as their best opening in franchise history. This undefeated streak is also the longest in the team's existence. Currently, Cleveland is the last team in the league without a loss, and they aim to keep their streak alive against a Charlotte squad coming off a Saturday night contest against the Milwaukee Bucks. The Hornets hold a 5-7 overall record, with a disappointing 1-4 mark in road games. Charlotte has no injuries listed on their report, giving them a full roster for this contest. Meanwhile, Cleveland will be without Max Strus due to injury, and they have opted to rest Donovan Mitchell for the game. The Cavaliers have faced some close calls recently, managing to turn potential losses into wins with strong late-game performances. While their 14-0 record is impressive, playing without Mitchell, arguably their most dynamic player, could pose a significant challenge for them on Sunday. Despite these concerns, Cleveland continues to garner strong support from odds makers. The Cavaliers are 14-0 straight up and 10-4 against the spread, showcasing their dominance on both ends of the court. They're hosting a Hornets team on the second night of a back-to-back, making this an uphill battle for Charlotte. However, the Hornets have proven to be a tough opponent for Cleveland, winning 3 of their last 4 meetings. Additionally, Charlotte has covered the spread in 5 of their last 7 games, while Cleveland is just 4-11 against the spread in their last 15 games as double-digit favorites. This suggests the Hornets might have a chance to keep the game closer than expected. Unsurprisingly, Cleveland enters as heavy home favorites, given their undefeated record. However, the absence of Donovan Mitchell, who drives much of their offensive firepower, could give Charlotte an opportunity to compete. While the Cavaliers are likely to secure the victory on their home court, the Hornets have been performing better than their overall record indicates. They might make this matchup more competitive than anticipated, especially in the later stages of the game. Fans should prepare for a tight contest that could swing in either direction. Cleveland's defense is expected to be a standout factor, but their offense might falter slightly without Mitchell. On the other side, Charlotte comes into this game with momentum, having secured a confidence-boosting win over Milwaukee just the night before. Given these dynamics, the Charlotte Hornets to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Cleveland is likely to set the tempo of the game, with their offensive efficiency, the best in the league at 120.6, being a decisive factor. This fast-paced style will likely provide Charlotte with additional scoring opportunities, contributing to a higher overall point total. While Charlotte's games tend to go under the total, Cleveland's contests have exceeded the projected total in 9 of their 14 outings this season. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.